Aloha everyone, so this is your WordPress tutorial part 2, and I am going to quickly go through the basics of how to set up your WordPress blog. So here you're in WordPress, this is where we left off last time, and you can go to My Sites. I have several, none which I really use, but switch site, you can see all my sites. So I just formed this one, the bonsai pipeline, and I'll show you kind of what you should be looking for. So visit site. And so I chose a theme and then I added a picture. Here's my home page, which is also my intro to the blog. And then here's the About Me page with my video. So, and then here's my contact page. So if you're doing like a blog about something else, such as the pipeline, you may want to start with the blog intro as your home page. If you're doing a website about your own name, then you may want to start the blog with that as your home page, and then you wouldn't have an about name and your profile. It just depends on how you want to do it. So as for the writing, what I wrote about my blog is basically what I'm gonna include on it. So e komo mai from the Ahupua'a on the north shore of Oahu at the surf spot known as the Bonsai Pipeline. So I would expand on this and talk about the Ahupua'a more, the name, how it got its name would be interesting. Linked back to the blog here, and then I talk about how it's part of a bigger project that I'm doing for my dissertation, blah, blah, blah. And I'm presenting materials that I've collected for over 30 years. I talk a little about my dissertation. And then I say, you know, as an avid surfer at the pipeline for 20 years, I will be writing about epic days, hardcore locals, pipeline personalities, and give a weekly update of what went down at the pipe. So that's the kind of thing you can write about your blog. And then your bio should pull out things about you that relate to your blog. So I don't talk about myself as a teacher here, for example. I talk about my love affair with the pipeline, and that's why I'm writing. And you should listen to me because I've been, you know, I've been surfing it since the 90s when I moved to the North Shore. And then I tell who I am. I'm the girl who surfs first thing in the morning with the pink helmet. So this is not a third person point of view, but you could, you know, on my normal lanedavy.com website, I talk about myself in third person to make it sound more professional, but this is me talking about me in first person and giving a couple stories about the pipeline. So it just depends on what you're writing. Now, if I was going to turn this into a research paper, I could easily write about contests at the pipeline and how they kick out locals. I could do something environmental on the, you know, the reef. I could do something on, you know, the water. There's supposed to be this like 10-foot increase right now. I could do anything, but you know, you should probably do something that you're fairly familiar with. So I'm not a scientist. I wouldn't want to approach something scientific. I wouldn't be able to evaluate my sources very well. But there's just a number of things you could do, and you could actually maybe use some of your blog posts as part of your paper. Okay, so now we're gonna go, I'm gonna show you how you get the pages up. But first I just wanted to show you, if you picked a page under your own name, this is under my name, lanedavy.wordpress.com, then you know you could put your bio on the first page, and then your blog could be about, you know, college life. You could blog about that, and you could turn it into an issue about quarantine or the regulations that are in place during quarantine or the lockdown in Hawaii. It could be about the election. You could tie in your personal journey into the election. And that's what really makes for great research papers, is you're looking at an issue, but you're also sort of putting yourself in it to give yourself that authority, that insider position. So try to think about that. So I'm going to go to my sites. So that's how we're going to develop a site. And I'm going to do another site. So I have several sites, but you probably will only have one. So I'm going to set up this one, Ala Moana Bowls. If you want it to be private, you go to Manage and then Settings. And then right here, you see Privacy. You change it to Private and then Save Settings. And then your site is only visible to you and logged in members you approve. And then the first thing you'll need to do is choose your theme. So you go over here, Design, Themes, and it's going to show a bunch of themes. So you can click on these and you can go and see the various templates within the themes. But some of these are free and some of these are paid for. So if you click on Show All Themes, it'll give you this free option. So you select free, and it's only going to show you the themes that are free. So I selected this one. So it's going to load the theme, and mine's already using this theme, but it'll ask you to activate the theme, and then you just click yes, activate the theme. And then you'll have like a, a prefab photo. So how did I get this picture? There's my picture. So I'm just going to pretend like it's a new image. So you have to go and upload this picture from your desktop. So you would go upload files, you go in and choose the picture, and then it'll upload it here in your media library. And then you go to select and crop. So you'll have to choose a picture that fits into this template. So this is, something we're going to work on no matter what type of writing we're doing, having to fit into particular formats. So that's why I chose this picture, because I knew it would fit into this horizontal banner. And if you don't want that kind of a banner, you want a vertical picture, then you have to go and pick a theme that allows you to do that. Oh, never forget, you got to save your changes. And then you always have to remember to publish. And then the contact page here, I'm going to go in and edit. This is your form for somebody else. So it'll probably already, this theme probably already has the email, but that's how you go in and edit that. Right, so now we want to change our page. We're going to put our content. So all we have on this one is a home and a content. So what I'm going to put on the home is about the blog. So I just click on edit, and I write, okay, so these are coming up as posts. So those are my posts. So now I want to change the actual pages. So I'm going to go to pages, add a new page. Picture. So go to the media library, add a new picture. It takes you to your desktop. And it uploads here. And once it uploads here, then you can insert it in the picture, and you can use it anywhere in the picture as well. So now we gotta do publish. If you don't publish it, it's not gonna come up. So now we want to put those pages into a menu. Edit menus. Menu. And this is the primary menu. So then we're going to put about names key. Now you can see that it's there. And then, yeah, that's all the pages you need. So save changes. And so now you see the about names key is coming up. There it is. And you can reorder these as well. Now, if you decide that you want to change your theme, it very well may work, but it might you might lose some of your information. So, and you can go into detail about where you put the menus and all different kinds of things. But if you're really into this, go for it. If it's not really your cup of tea, then just do the bare minimum here. You don't have to go crazy. So you want to add a social media post, which is something you'll have to do late in the semester. You can choose a whole bunch of these. So I'll just show you. You've got Twitter, you've got Instagram, all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to choose Twitter. And here's my Twitter username. It's girls. I think it's us girls. Done. And you can see my Twitters now down here. So you can also add a video that as a widget. So you might want to try that. Okay, so to get this video in here, I just had to add this on the page. Block, video, YouTube, and add. So then make sure to update. And different themes are going to be different. So just know that, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge maybe, or it might go totally smoothly. It hasn't taken me that long to make this site. So it really shouldn't take you guys that long, and you have 3 weeks to do it. So I think you'll be fine.
While you'll not be graded on your choice of colors and themes and fonts and names, it's important to think about why you are choosing those colors, titles, and themes you select. Is it just easy for convenience, or does visual content relate to your written text? So, for example, why would you use black and white print as opposed to color? Or why would you use big fonts compared to small fonts? You should consider what trends are current, but also what type of tone and mood you want to create with your page. If you want to create a serious tone, maybe black and white, or limited colors, and maybe you want something retro, so how would you compose such a theme? Or maybe you want something cheery. What colors, themes, and font would you choose for any of these moods? Of course, we can create these types of tones with our written word, but it's also important to see how they relate to the visual content.
But have fun with this. I hope you guys really enjoy it and you make some really nice sites. Again, you won't be graded on, your website design. You'll simply be graded really on just making sure all those pages are there, making sure your site is accessible, making sure your links work and you have the 350 words, and just really do think about what you're choosing, how these things are working together, who your audience is, what voice you're going to write in, and begin to think about writing. Okay, until next time.
Happily ho!